I'm Cathie and I'd like to introduce you to a few little tools that might help you under this time of huge stress. Now, I've been working in this field since 2001 and I've been fascinated by the puzzles that the human body and the human mind present to me on each and every person. We've got these beliefs and we've got these things that have happened to be in our systems, and now along comes something completely new, completely unexpected, something like the coronavirus. Now, it's pushing a lot of stress buttons. And I realize that we have a tool at the end of our fingertips to help calm our body down. It might not take away all stress, but it might just ease you, freeing up some energy for you to do all the other tasks that now you're finding yourself doing because of all the different scenarios that we find ourselves in. So I'm going to do a general little video, and then I'm going to do specific things relating to the coronavirus and lockdown and things like that. But so you can choose which video you want to watch, which one is pertinent to you, and to just tap along. Now, the advice is to tap along on the points. I can briefly explain. It's basically like an element of psychology with acupuncture combined. And to me, the interest is in, and the connection is in, because we're looking at how your emotional state is affecting the body. And when we understand that our energy is depleted and we're exhausted and we've not been doing anything, something's been going on that's been taking all your energy. And more often than not, it's stress. And stress is this nice big umbrella word, but when we break it down, there's a whole lot of different facets. And stress is usually a healthy approach to something that's causing imminent danger to our body. But now, a lot of our stress that we've got at the moment is uncontrollable and unanswerable questions that we keep churning over in our mind when our body responds with either sweaty palms, struggling to sleep, struggling to breathe, and it's not illness related, heartbeat, shortness of breath, fatigue, just sleeping and not feeling rested and all that kind of thing. Now, I'm not a medical practitioner, and I'm just reminding you that you accept your full medical responsibility for your health and your emotional well-being. These are just simple little tools that I've been working with for the last 2 decades, and I've found that they have had a tremendous impact on the physical body, both personally and with my clients. So just to back up to the stress. What is the stress? It is a flight or fight response. We have flight, fight, or freeze. Now, in those 3 responses, which we used to have as like cavemen people, the primitive brain has evolved into such a way that we now have the cognitive ability to weigh up things. But the part of the brain still goes, oh, but this feels like it's happening now, and sends out the necessary chemicals to deal with either the imminent danger. So that is why when we're watching a scary movie, you actually can have that holding of breath paralysis kind of thing. So our imagination then feels real, and the physical response is real, but we know in our mind, okay, it's just a movie. So here we are sitting with a situation where everything that we know was normal is now looking very different. And there's such uncertainty. It's not the imminent threat of a war from somebody on this side of the world to somebody on that side of the world. It is everywhere. And that also feeds the fear. And it feeds the felt fire of stress. Now, depending on yourself, you could have I need to run away. So you could be sleeping a lot more. Or I need to fight this. I need to be on the social media and getting all the information and being one of those keyboard warriors. In South Africa, we call it a Karen. Or you might be one of those persons that are just waiting. See, I told you so. I told you this was going to happen. It doesn't matter what situation or what personality you are. It's like, how is your body responding to all this extra stress that's going on? Now, my job here is to just show you little tools, and we do it instinctively anyway. When you get told, when you think back to some occasion when you got told bad news, physiologically, you probably did something. If you can't remember exactly what you did, have you ever tried to, I can't think now, or you're really concentrating hard, or I just can't, we do these points naturally to try and urge our body to get to the answers or to get some calm. And another way of comforting somebody, well, before social distancing kicked in, we might stroke somebody when you hear some bad news, or you might pat them on the back, or you might pat your child on the head. Now, we have these physical responses that we do, I'm going to show you how that you can do it in order to consciously calm your body down. And it's as simple as running your fingers on a desk in the middle of an important meeting. And now that we're all doing these online meetings, it can be a little less needed because you're already at home. So the excuses for getting away from the meeting might have shifted. Or somebody that shakes a leg all the time, that is our body's way of spending the excess chemicals in relation to what mental image is going on. It's like, I need to go, I've got this going. And that sets a sense of urgency. So to counteract that urgency, we're going to tap on points on the face, some on the hand, and some, basically you can tap anywhere. You can't do this wrong. But the reason why we use these particular points in the first place is because that's where the blockages in the energy system, if you imagine a hose being kinked and the water can't get through, it can get stopped in these particular points according to the meridian therapies from the East. Now, it doesn't mean to say that, as I say, that the rest of the body is not affected. That's why you cannot do this wrong. It's the simplicity of the method that is really, which gets the results, because you're doing it consciously. So first of all, it's the awareness of the stress. Then you're going to be tapping and focusing on the problem, and it's going to be calming your body down, because instead of rushing 3 weeks' time when we might or might not be out of lockdown, it's bringing you back to the room. Well, I can't do anything about it now. I'm sitting in my living room. And that is what we're actually trying to get done with the body, is to calm your body down. So I want to just start off with just a very general round and saying, I'm feeling really stressed, okay? Now, the first point we're going to be tapping on this, what we call the karate chop point. And I would go into depths of explaining why and everything, but I think for the sake of this video and to try and keep it short so that you get the maximum benefit, I just want you to just tap along with me. First of all, we're going to concentrate on, we're just going to rate it in your body. Where is that stress showing up in your body? Are you feeling it in your chest? Are you feeling it? Is a heaviness on you? It can be outside. Are you feeling it in your stomach? Just for you, and every single person is different in the response when they think of this coronavirus stress. And immediately I start to feel heavy. So, and on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being this is just unbearable, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. So, and the only reason why you're rating it is so that you can see, has this tapping worked? And it's also giving your brain a little bit more direction as, oh, that's where the physical symptom is showing up in response to the word coronavirus stress. So I'm going to tap it, even though I'm feeling really stressed. And I can't do very much about it. I want my body to know that I'm prepared to start being kinder. Even though I'm feeling really stressed at the moment, with all this extra burden that I'm going through, I'm working on it. Even though I can feel really stressed just at the thought of my current situation, I'm working on it. Then I'm going to tap. Doesn't matter which hand, you can do both hands. I just tend to use the one hand so that I don't block out the whole screen, so you can see where I'm going. And you start at the eyebrow point, kind of in the middle, but closer to the edge of the eyebrow. It doesn't matter. As you see, if you're going to use two, you would be doing it on this point. And say, now you might have big fingers, so you might be covering a bigger area. It doesn't matter. Say, this stress. And then I want you to repeat after me and tap along with me and tap at the side of the eye and go, I'm feeling really stressed. Underneath the eye, I'm feeling really stressed. Underneath the nose, on this piece between the lip and the nostrils, feeling really stressed. On the chin, sort of all the little fleshy part on the chin, feeling really stressed. Okay, then we go to the collarbone. It doesn't matter which collarbone. I'm only favouring this side because my microphone's on this side. And we tap on that and say, I'm feeling really stressed. And then this weird point, not that they're all weird, underneath the armpit, in a line kind of with the nipple or the bra strap if you're a lady, or just like wearing bras, and tap and say, I'm feeling really stressed. And then on top of the head, I kind of use the flat of the hand, but you don't have to. You can use your little fingers. I kind of do it because I've got a loud head. And say, I'm feeling really stressed. Now, I did a lot of interaction talking there, but we can do another round. So I'm feeling really stressed. My body's feeling really stressed. My body's feeling really stressed. My body is feeling really stressed. My body's feeling really stressed. My body's feeling really stressed. My body's feeling really stressed. My body feeling really stressed. And then take a deep breath. And then just say the statement again, I'm feeling really stressed, and see if it's any easier. If it isn't any easier, try it, go through it again. If it's feeling just a little bit easier, then go through, because the idea is to try and get the body down to close to zero as possible so that you can feel a little bit more neutral in this moment. And then my next videos, I'm going to go into more detailed different aspects of the current stress that we're going under due to the coronavirus.